Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This week's oracle reading is for the Cancer full moon for January 8th to the 14th, and the Cancer full moon will be on the 13th of January. So I wanted to bring in some guidance, and tuning into this Cancer full moon, I don't know if you've been feeling a lot more emotional or a lot more of just your emotions in general. It's not uncommon. I think that it's very normal to, especially with the new year and reflecting on our past year, and to feel a lot of emotions, to feel a lot, especially after the holidays. And it's just letting ourselves take space, to hold space for ourselves, and to sink in deeper to our environment, to our home, to our like the Cancer crab shell of protection, and also coming out of that shell when we are ready, when we feel like we're guided to even emerge, right? Just because it's the new year, we put a lot of energy and focus on what we should be doing, how it should look. And it's more about, what does it feel like to you? What do you want it to feel like? And tuning into that emotional power and intelligence so that you can feel more grounded within yourself, because that really sets up the year for us. If we're feeling more connected to our intuition, to our emotions, and we're giving that space for all of it, right? So working with my Oracle deck, Sovereign Vibrations Oracle, and then the Muse Tarot, we'll see what we're guided to connect with for this full moon and what we need to know right now, right? That's just allowing this, I keep hearing this way, this grounding of our emotions. And in this way too, that two emotions, two perspectives, or multiple perspectives can be true at once, and letting that be okay. Letting it be, I keep hearing in this way too, of allowing yourself, even if you're feeling like, oh, okay, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get new routines in, I'm going to do all of this stuff, like wanting all of this resolution and setting up for the new year. But then there could be a part of us that's, I'm tired. I don't have the bandwidth to do this. And yeah, I want to, but there's not this feeling of full-on forward momentum. And that's okay. Those both can exist and be valid. And you can do the small little things that actually have even bigger impact, right? Allowing that to all coexist. So what do we need to know? Sorry, my cats are fighting down here. They're play fighting. What do we need to know for the Cancer full moon? And it's right before the Lunar New Year, which is huge in Aquarius. But focusing on our emotions, the Cancer full moon. Ooh. And at the end of this video, I'll also play little clips of the sound baths that come with each card in the Oracle deck. So you can, I feel like that, those guys are coming out. You can get a feel of the energy of the cards that I was guided to make with them. Okay, guys, that was really aggressive. Let the emotions out, safe and natural. Wow, so we got the heart chakra again for this week, for this time. It's a little bright in here, so sorry the color is not as saturated of these cards. I didn't feel like closing the blinds today. I felt like we needed some sunshine. The affirmation for the heart chakra is, I trust the direction of my heart's calling. I am divinely guided and unconditionally loved. So even if you want to look back, if you haven't looked at the last week's, I think, was it last week's? Oracle reading for the new year, we got the heart chakra and this cleansing, this huge up-leveling, and being guided to trust our intuition, letting our hearts lead us more than ever before. We also got the violet flame card coming out as well. So these came out both, so it feels like this beautiful continuation to let things clear, let things, like I even was just working with a client on this, and we can get caught up in wanting to fix and heal and do this work and do all the things, but sometimes all we need to do is float and let things clear on its own. We've already set a lot into motion. We did so much last year. I know each and every one of you has been working so hard. I can feel it. I may not know every one of you, but I can feel what you're doing behind the scenes, this beautiful, deep growth and transformation. So letting ourselves take it easy, take it gently, and let this beautiful energy of cleansing, and even I'm hearing our own nature, take charge and help guide us. The violet flame affirmation card is, I ignite the violet flame of purification to cleanse and release all that no longer serves me and my surroundings. So with the Cancer full moon too, it's all about our environment, our safe space. So maybe it's also time to cleanse our, not just ourselves or allow the cleansing, but even cleansing our home and our workspace where we're always at, our family center of being, so that we can feel more grounded. And we got the Earth card. And with the Cancer energy, we can get swept up in our emotions. We can feel like we always need to be on guard. The Crab energy of kind of poking and cutting things off and snapping sometimes because we're feeling like in our feels. So we got the Earth energy to really help us ground all of this cleansing, ground and sink deeper, so that as we ground, our heart can expand more. We can feel more connected to what's coming through for us. The affirmation for the Earth card is, I am rooted and grounded within my physicality. The Earth is my healer. And I love this because then we also got the angelic oneness. And talk about being grounded to then receive, right? And this was even the order they came out in. And I think the more we can connect to the elements is also a beautiful way to stay anchored. Like water, Cancer energy needs earth to hold it in some type of container. So sometimes our physical body doesn't feel like it can contain, or that our emotions are too much to feel, to even let out, right? So what supports you in your environment, or what can you add in this earthly world? Maybe it's even sitting out in nature and just letting yourself cry or be angry or just feel the feelings, and knowing that the earth is holding you. Because then we get, again, this angelic oneness coming in, so that we feel less alone, that we feel more safe on earth, within our hearts, within our systems, within all of it. The affirmation is, I see through the eyes of the divine. My heart is in unity with the highest levels of sovereign consciousness. So this higher perspective is coming in for us when we nurture ourselves. And that doesn't have to be a huge, big thing, right? It can be little. It can be even as easy as taking a walk with our feet bare on the earth, or burning some sage and working with the elements to ground us, whatever that looks like for you, you feel guided to. Because then we even get the Aquarius card. So we're being ushered into this new vision, this new earth energy. And it's funny how then the Cancer, when we balance our emotions, we get this like floodgate. And the water bear is Aquarius, right? But it's even an air sign. So there's this momentum that's pushing us and clearing our mind, I'm hearing too. It's clearing the slate for us as we move into the Aquarius new moon and the Lunar New Year within 2 weeks. The end of this month. The Aquarius affirmation is, I create new ways of innovation to help expand myself and the world. And then right under that, I feel guided to pull, we got the You Are Love card, which is a guided meditation. Oh, this light language is reminding us that we are love. We are not this world. We are in the world. but we're not of it. So having downloads of thought and this creative vision and perspective it's safe to let this come in. It's safe to let our imagination expand even more because our hearts are moving, our hearts are expanding. We're opening up. Sorry for that noise in the background. It's my cats. Wow. This feels really, really powerful. I'm going to pull in the tarot for us. What else do we need to know from this? I'm hearing there might be specific situations where you're releasing a lot of grief and it can feel scary to be in the earth or be in your body. So trusting that it's coming up, this grief, for a reason. It's coming up because your body's ready to help you release it, and it's no longer wanting you to carry that grief or hold within your body this energy that's not even yours. There's a lot that we as sensitive souls take on because we feel through our awareness we have to hold it and take it on. And sometimes it's because the people who are connected to that emotion or that thing aren't taking responsibility and they're projecting it or whatever it may be, right? There's tons of different situations, but that feels like a specific message for someone. So trust your intuition, what feels in resonance for you. Okay. So we got the Ace of Emotions. There is a brand new way of emotional healing, and this is the Ace of Cups in tarot. So the cup and our heart center is basically overflowing. And it came out right underneath the heart chakra. There's this massive healing of our hearts and our emotions. And that can look messy sometimes. So if you're feeling like your emotions are all over the place, know that that could be what's helping you rebalance. Or again, maybe it's asking you to ground yourself so that you have a container for your emotions. Maybe it's even as simple as a journal or speaking to a friend that really can support you in a sacred way. We got the Knight of Materials as well. So there's this huge movement forward. Sorry, I did not focus. She's not focusing. Hello. Hello. Okay, well. I think you guys can. Oh, there she goes. And it came again between the Violet Flame card and the Earth. So when we take the time to, again, rest and allow this cleansing and even work with different elements, we're moving in the physical in a whole new way. There's this resurgence energy. It's even like this succulent. This plant has opened up its petals. It's been closed off before, and now it's emerging and going out into the world even. And that's what I'm feeling for a lot of you. That in your own timing, it's not like, again, this new year, I'm hearing it's even about dating. Like you've been afraid to go and date again because you've been burned a lot and your heart is like feeling broken. So allow yourself to feel that brokenness. Allow yourself to feel it. But know that your heart and yourself deserve love. And your heart is so big because it is meant to be as open and be free. It's like this horse wildly, freely running and expressing, being itself, adorning flowers and being even silly. I'm hearing it's safe to be in your own energy of that way. And there might be something divinely cleansing. There's this energy of like how she's turning back on her pathway to tie her shoe. There's a clearing happening in the physical. And so if you feel like it's not time yet to do something, that there's a reason for it. So trust that timing, because your strength is also quiet, right? It's not going to force you to be doing things. This lion has no agenda but to stand in its strength and protect and to hold and to go where it's called to. And this red dress is making me feel like there's a passion that we need to sit with. Our own strength is renewing itself, and it's allowing it to move forward. Even the pyramid in this card brings in like a download energy, where it's just kind of like the angelic oneness. If we're not present, if we're not grounded, we're going to miss this intelligence streaming through, or these ideas that we're meant to fully even understand and bring into the world. What else do we need to know? Ooh, okay. So we got the Six of Emotions and the Fool card. So there could be a lot of past self-reflection coming up and kind of dwelling on our emotions in a way that makes us feel afraid to move forward. But when we get contrast, sometimes that also serves as a place of, okay, I know where I've been and things didn't work, and I know I want to go somewhere here now. And taking this huge leap of faith, and people may think you're crazy. You may feel crazy too, but that's when we are wildly trusting our intuition. And that's also when we're extremely rewarded by the universe and by our even selves. Like our bodies begin to trust us more when we listen to these little nudges. It gives us more confidence and more strength, right? I feel this energy of releasing the weight that we've been carrying on our shoulders, maybe even just in our bodies in general. So maybe even being curious, what have you been carrying that has been weighing you down? Is it a limiting belief? Is it grief in your heart that has been scary to feel? Right? It could be so many different things, and it could be the smallest of things, but hold the heaviest weight and impact on our souls. I'm hearing even obligations with work or in our creative lives, thinking we need to be a certain way for people all the time because that's who we used to be, but we're afraid that they won't love us if we're different and more authentic and change in some way. Oh, we got the Hierophant again for this week, for this full moon. So seeing the lanterns guiding us, and I'm feeling it connected to the Strength card, this red energy of passion and purpose. We may not understand what it's guiding us to, but there's a way that we can reflect, like see how both these images are reflecting into the future, looking outward. So if you just need to be in reflective energy right now, that's perfectly fine. I feel even like just calming the energy, like maybe that's even letting some of the weight go, right? Just, I don't need to fix anything, don't need to do anything, just be. And sometimes that can be very uncomfortable to do, right? Because then we're faced with our chattery mind or our body feeling scared that we're not constantly doing. We're not being productive, right? We get to take it easy. It gets to be easier. We're not going to miss anything. Anything else? Okay. So we got the Seven of Emotions. Really reflecting on our goals, I'm hearing. On what, again, this golden, red, yellow energy. Our survival, what really matters to us, our passion, our confidence, again, coming through, just tuning in. What really are our emotions even trying to tell us? Because then we even get the Star energy card coming through. Right? Even within the emotions of the Star, She's not focusing again. Oh, there we go. There's all of that emotion coming through. It's almost this weight, this water being cleansed so you can see clearly, and this heart grounding you in. So then you're receiving these beautiful codes and even deciding what matters most to you. What is in alignment? What opportunities have you been wanting to connect with? And letting that be enough. Because if it brings you love, even if it brings fear because it's unknown and new and exciting and foolish, right? There's something deep coming, I'm hearing like bubbling up in all of our hearts. And we can't keep ignoring it. You know? And this can be as simple as just changing how we speak to ourselves. And something that I moved through recently, I feel guided to share a little. And I think probably many of you have done a lot of inner child work or are curious about it. And I have been moving through something where my physical body has been getting dysregulated from certain events that from the outside looking in would not seem like they would dysregulate someone. But this internal belief gets triggered by the subtlest of things. And then it's like my whole body is feeling fight or flight. And I try to speak to myself in my mind and calm it down and say it's safe and that it's okay to let that go. And it doesn't always soothe it because it still feels at war with it. And recently I really set the intention to speak to that part of my subconscious, just like I'm speaking now, and allow more information, this channeling of energy to come through to help heal that part. And it was like my little younger self was being nurtured in the way it has never been nurtured before. And it helped heal that part that kept getting dysregulated. There may still be more dysregulation to come, right? There's still more to love and nurture every day for ourselves. But I want to use this example as a way of reminding anyone who's been struggling with feeling dysregulated or feeling afraid or whatever it may be, that the simplest things of even speaking out loud to ourselves with that deep intention can be the most profound. We may feel foolish because we're out like talking to ourselves. I was just in my own home doing things. So it was like I was running on autopilot, but I was speaking to that subconscious part. And I think that's also what helps us trust ourselves more. When it's this knowledge and wisdom coming from within, but speaking on that same level like a friend would to us, right? Reminding us that there's another perspective of love to everything. Even the most painful situations, there is another side to it. Yeah. What else do we need to know? I hope that was helpful in some way, or that these messages that have been coming through are helpful for you at this time whenever you see this video and connect with it. Even if it's not the Cancer full moon, could resonate at a different time completely. Yeah, our minds, we got the Muse of Voices. There's a huge shift in how we're communicating to ourselves, and also what voice, bless you, Zaza, what voice we are putting on that like stage I'm seeing. Like, what voice are we feeding? It's even the wolf full moon. So the saying of both, actually I forgot the whole saying, but it's around the state of your mind and your heart are like two wolves. One wants to hurt you and one wants to support you. Which wolf are you going to feed? Something like that. So let it be this voice, this energy of yourself that plays, that follows this pathway, even if it's unknown, to a brighter future, to a more calmer place to live within your being. It's like we're all in our own crab shell at the end of the day, right? But what are you carrying? What's in that shell with you? Because we get to create that. Even if we feel like sometimes we're given stuff from our parents or whatever it may be, we still have every opportunity to clean house, if you will. And let the emotions move, let it feel, and to let our minds really settle. Yeah. Anything else? Because we will have devil moments. We got the devil card. She doesn't want to focus again. There she is. But look at this butterfly transformation happening. Our emotions, maybe there's a lot of anger that's been suppressed within you. It's okay to let it out. Because when we let it out, there's this opening of the butterfly, this opening of our hearts, right? Even in this energy of feeling like our shadow, our darkness is not safe to show or be in connection with. And I'm seeing it even the devil of our own, our devil of our own mind, right? When we give space to all of it, there is a strength to it, because then we're not fearing that darkness of ourself or even that emotion of anger. I think especially as women, or even just humans in general, we're kind of told that being angry isn't okay, or our emotions aren't okay. It's not okay to cry. It's not okay to show emotion. But if we don't, we end up poisoning ourselves. We carry too much weight. We carry too much of what is no longer and has never been ours. So I hope this is a permission slip for you to let your heart and body feel what it feels, and to create some sacred space and ground yourself, whatever way that looks, so that you can feel more love, more of who you really are. This individuality of yourself, the oneness of the collective, even in the darkness, even in the devil energy. Because if we didn't have this, we wouldn't know the opposite. We wouldn't know the light. We wouldn't understand and have discernment of what is this angelic oneness energy. I hope that was helpful. I'm feeling complete for us this week. I'm so grateful for you all and all of your support. I've been guided to actually change how things are channeled through me. I have a lot happening behind the scenes that I'm very excited about, but I've needed time to integrate, and I'll share about that soon. So for right now, content-wise, I will be doing a video once a week and alternate between doing oracle readings for the moon cycles, for the new moon and the full moon, and then in between will be a channeling for those weeks. So I hope that feels good for you guys too. And I feel like the messages will be very potent, because it's not going to be any way forced from me. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed by how much output there is coming through me, and sometimes I just need to sit with it, right? Like even this message of just sitting and being and not doing too much and just reflecting. And I want these messages to feel supportive, but not in any way like you can't access your own wisdom. I'm hoping that these ignite you and inspire you to tune more into yourself in whatever way that looks like. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for you all. I'm sending you all so much love. Happy Cancer full moon. Love you all. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you next week for next week's channeling. Okay. Bye. Allow yourself to merge with the love that is emanating from you. When we connect to the numerology of the number 1, we are met with new beginnings, a fresh start. Love gives us that opportunity to begin anew. When we return to love,